इसकी हाइट इतनी कम है कि व्लॉग में आ भी नहीं रही है।
चलो
कब से चल ही रहे हैं, ये बस के लिए वेट करने वाले थे लेकिन बस आई ही नहीं।
अलग स्पीड पकड़ रहे, हम भागना चालू कर रहे हैं, इनकी गांड पड़ जाएगी।
वही तो, ये देखो आगे चल रही है।
छोड़ के मैं भाग जाऊंगा, ये लोग छोड़।
मैन वर्सेस वाइल्ड, इधर मैन इधर वाइल्ड।
इसका बैग पे लिखा है।
ये कन्याकुमारी जा रही है, भाग इधर से। ओहो फोटोग्राफी लेंगे, इधर पोस्ट करूँ क्या मैं? वो सड़क छाप बॉयज। ज़ीब्रा क्रॉसिंग सुना है, ये डियर क्रॉसिंग पहली बार हुआ है। पहली बार देखा है डियर, कसम से।
तू है ना मेरी डियर।
There's a good view नीचे से भी, बट अभी इधर से तुम नीचे से कूद नहीं सकते हो, इसके लिए उधर से जाना।
नहीं
खुदवाना मेरे को, पैसा लूंगा मैं। ओ माय गॉड, सो मच घास, नो वाटर। मोल्टन लावा?
It's not exactly molten lava, but yeah, it is a very old volcanic eruption.
Okay.
Which formed Mumbai, Bombay.
Nice. Knowledge by Khyati.
Hi.
ख्याति केव नंबर 3 देख के क्या होगा?
हाँ, so that's called a Chaitya cave. A Chaitya cave is basically a major cave in any Buddhist monastery that you see. मतलब it is generally for group meditations and group activities. वो अंदर जाके तुम लोग देखोगे तभी तुमको समझेगा how huge that cave is. ठीक है?
ख्याति का प्रमोशन देखो, इसका देखो।
Okay, first let's start with what do you think? Why the name Kanheri?
कान्हा।
Krishnagiri. Okay, why Krishnagiri then? Kanheri is also called Krishnagiri in Sanskrit. It is called Kanhagiri in Prakrit, which is also a language of the Deccan. But Kanheri or Krishnagiri or Kanhagiri in literal sense means Krishna. मतलब कृष्ण को कृष्ण का नाम क्यों दिया था? Because of his complexion, because he was black. So Krishna means black, or Kanha also means black, and Giri means mountain. So Black Mountain. Now why Black Mountain? Or okay, coming to the
basalt?
Yes, exactly.
Like a very old type of living or whatever, like a shelter if considered. So why should, like, instead of going ahead and building something which might be better, like instead of a cave, why not something which is modern for practicing Buddhism?
See, what you see is कि देखो पहली बात तो the Indian culture was such that talks a lot of things on the spiritual lines and talks about something that is deep within. So this is something that I was recently studying for my PGD also. What you see is in the Indian culture there is a certain process in which things are done. As in Indian culture में the idea of art, music, the idea of literature is not something कि बस कर दिया या बना दिया. Okay. And this is not okay, let's not call it as the Indian culture, we can call it as the Eastern culture as of now. So Eastern culture mein it is not like that. What you see is art, literature and music and various other things that require thought and creative process have a very defined process in our culture, in the sense कि जनरली अगर तुम किसी टेम्पल का शिल्पकार या ऐसा ये देखोगे, सो दे हैव अ सर्टेन प्रोसेस. किसी भी टेम्पल का शिल्पकार विल नॉट मेक दैट स्टैचू आउटसाइड इन पब्लिक. ओके, सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि it talks of, so in the Indian subcontinent the art, music and literature is seen at a stage where maybe yoga is, or maybe spiritual practices are, in the sense ki it is this practices that takes or forms a connection with the divine. So what you see is ki these practices mein, again something that Sanjay sir has said, it is not something ki maine banaya hai, it is something that the divine has made through me. So for that to happen, you need to have a connection with the divine. So what they do is, generally there is a process in which the artist has to follow when they are making things for the temple, when they are making things for the spiritual side. What they do is कि पहली बात तो there is a seclusion, or there is a the artist lives separately, in the sense he goes in a meditative state before making things like that. Meditative state मतलब कैसा? So what, there's a process. The process is such कि पहला तो to form a connection with the divine, you need to have a mental and emotional capacity to handle it. Okay, it's not something कि ऐसे ही बना दो. तो generally there is, before कोई भी चीज़ की स्थापना करने से पहले, या before starting any process, what you see is अग्नि का पूजा, यज्ञ होता है. There is a ceremonial, there's a ceremony that goes, जो जिसमें जनरली द आर्टिस्ट और द शिल्पकार विल टेक अ बाथ, सिट इन द सेरेमनी, पूजा करेगा. उसके बाद दैट पर्सन गोज इन टू सेक्लूजन, एज इन ही वर्क्स अकेले, individually, without any external disturbances. He sits in meditation, forms a connection with the divine, becomes non-existent, as in dropping of the ego. मैं नहीं बना रहा हूँ, the divine is making it through me. Okay, so that dropping of the ego, after that happens, what you see is again a state of trance. मतलब again, in a lot of Indian stories you might have found कि मेरे को ये सपने में दिखा जो मैंने बनाया. I saw the inspiration in dream. I saw the inspiration when I was sleeping, or I didn't realize मेरे को ये inspiration आया. I was not in a conscious state of mind, and this is the inspiration that I saw, that I am bringing to reality. Okay, so this thing that you see is when the person is not himself, और उसको जो divine knowledge आ रहा है, that the person is actually making in complete seclusion. And then after that जब भी उसका स्थापना होता है, so you see this entire process. And what you also see is कि, so the Indian subcontinent or the Eastern stories have always said that कि the art is not what you have made. The art is something that the divine has given you, in the sense कि art is already made जब तुमको वो सपना आया, and when you got that dream, and when the dream ended, that is when art has ended. उसके बाद what you are doing is just transcripting or showing the art to the world. Artistic knowledge has ended there. This is something that you see in the Eastern culture a lot. Again, when we are talking, coming to your question, again when we are talking कि why caves, there is a certain purpose that these caves form. These are not residential quarters. And Buddhism has never talked about कि तुम meditation करो और सब सुख सुविधा के साथ करो. These were monks that we are talking about. जिनका the sole purpose of Buddhism that you see is basically attaining nirvana. That is the purpose of their life. So nirvana cannot be attained with a materialistic life, is what Buddhism believed in. Hence you see something as simple as these things. If you see Buddhist stupas also, it's not like they are some very high-fandu modern architectural thing or something, right? Right. So coming to the caves that we see in the west, you see the entire stretch from Konkan to Vidarbha and Khandesh to the south of Maharashtra. Maharashtra का map visualize हुआ सबको, kind of. Yeah. So you see a continuous stretch as in there might be intervals in between, but you see multiple caves in this entire stretch. Now coming to what is rock cut architecture in that sense. So a lot of artists, a lot of historians has described rock cut architecture as simply as a legacy of the human creation with the help of nature. It is in simple sense कि इंसान ने बनाया है, but इंसान ये बना नहीं पाता if nature wouldn't have helped humans to make something like this. So this is the legacy that talks about this connection between human and nature, which also brings us to the thought of sacred spaces. Since it is such a huge thing, so of course it had some patronage. It will of course have some economic things that are being developed. trading things that are being developed. Yes, so major connections with Sopara, Kalyan and Chaul, which were passed on. Yes, so Kanheri ka basically the rocket architecture of Kanheri that you see na is divided on 3 mountains. The one that we are sitting on, एक वो बाजू वाला जो तुमको दिख रहा है उधर, इधर, वो देखो, that mountain that you see.
Yeah, where there is no trees.
Yeah, that mountain, and there is one behind. You see Kanheri caves that are divided on 3 mountains basically on various levels. Now these caves, अभी तक तुम लोग ने देखा रहेगा multi-story caves. In the sense कि there is something happening नीचे, उसके ऊपर कुछ और है, उसके ऊपर कुछ और है, उसके ऊपर भी कुछ और है. So there are at least 4 to 5 stories where you see, and 4 to 5 stories are there. It's not one cave above the other cave above the other cave. It is a series of caves जिसके ऊपर और एक series of caves है, जिसके ऊपर और एक series of caves है. Now imagine building that, cutting rock out so accurately that ऊपर का cave collapse नहीं हो रहा है. Realize that. मतलब there is a perfect amount of slab between the 2 caves and the hollow is cut out so beautifully, structurally so beautifully that there is no collapse happening.
And all of this is cut with stones.
Yeah, it is cut in stone.
Stone is
Of
cut
course,
with
there
stone.
are tools, stone masonry के tools है,
हाँ.
but it is not a small thing to do even
Yeah.
with tools. Okay. And you see the, इधर ही देखो, you see the accuracy of these things. हाँ, वो ये करने के लिए किया है, रिस्टोर वगैरह करने के लिए, because there might be some chances of collapse. But you see the accuracy of various, the way even the Chaitya cave, some part of it is restored. But if you see the kind of things that we're talking about, okay.
These are the actual Pritzker Prize Award winners.
The highest point of the Kanheri is 1500 feet above the sea level.
300 times यार. उधर से भी हटके नहीं पहुंच रहा.
Yeah, initially इसका foundation और initially what it started as a religious center as in Buddhist monastery है. उसके बाद it became a educational center, which is why you see a library also at Kanheri. उसके बाद later it became a commercial center, as in there was a lot of trade connections related to Kanheri that used to happen. Okay, so there are all 3. Also, it became a stopping place for a lot of people who used to come to Kalyan and Sopara again for trade and business. Since it became a stopping place, तो patron जाना by default है. और अभी tourist है.
Tourist.
Yes, tourist.
Tourist भी नहीं
Tourist नहीं है. It is a
तो हम लोग
recreational
क्या है?
space.
वो मैप में टूरिस्ट मैप लिखा था.
अरे वो tourist मैप है just.
You see multiple spaces. हाँ समझ गया. You see multiple spaces at Kanheri, some of which are dwellings for monks who were staying over here permanently. मतलब basically dwellings as in these are residential quarters.
Bro, अंदर Call of Duty चालू है. It's not.
Then we of course have prayer halls for group meditation. In this case, what you saw at case 5 also are water management systems. Because this is a huge campus in itself. To survive, for such a campus to survive, you need a very efficient water management system.
So all the caves have different purposes.
That's a cistern.
Cistern.
जो तुम लोग ने देखा केस 5 में, that's a cistern जिसमें पानी स्टोर किया जाता है for drainage purposes. With a lot of caves, ऐसा तुमको काफी सारे caves दिखेंगे which are basically water management caves. मतलब you'll find tanks, you'll find reservoirs, and you will find cisterns.
Can you define cisterns?
Flush tank. Efficient water management system to the extent that when it was at its peak, not even one drop of rainwater was wasted. It has a good rainwater harvesting system as well, because at this elevation you can't transport water ऊपर. तो जो भी ऊपर से आ रहा है वो collect किया जा रहा है. Yeah, so there are 3 phases of Kanheri's development. The first phase or first period is called the Satvahana period. So which is happening from 2nd century to 4th century Common Era. Okay, so Satavahana period is when Kanheri का first development होता है. It is also the period when its connection to Sopara is formed. This is the time when it emerges as a major religious center. This is also the time when you see जो dwellings and settlements हम लोग देख रहे हैं, उसका initial development happens during Satavahana period. Okay. Phase is called the Traikutaku period. Takshashila and all of these universities functioned because they had a immense political support. Immense political support as in politically ऐसा king या ऐसा queen who is rich, wealthy is supporting them. Similarly, Kanheri also had a good amount of political support and good amount of wealth support in the form of donations. So you see this high rich donations coming in and they are mentioned in the inscriptions also, which also makes sense कि education का cost नहीं था in the eastern side of the world. Education was something जो हम गुरु दक्षिणा बोलते हैं is a different thing, but having a cost मतलब तुमको गुरु के आश्रम में जाने के लिए पैसे देने की जरूरत नहीं. During the Traikataku period, also like the end of the Traikataku period, what you see is Kanheri starts losing its control over the region.
4th century में चालू हुआ and it ended somewhere around the 6th.
6th, 7th.
Rashford.
Rashtrakuta. I don't know if you guys know. Rashtrakuta period का major king is Shailendra. So he belongs to the Rashtrakuta period, and he was also one of the people who had influence at Kanheri. Yeah.
Period बोल इसका time period.
Again, no specific time period, but you can say it ended in 9th-10th century approximately. Some things you have to develop on your own with your own passion.
कोड बाई ख्याति.
अभी तक what you see is the entire campus of Kanheri or the entire place is very extrovert in the sense that the place is welcoming people, the place is forming multiple connections.
The place is what?
Extrovert. What
So
you
क्या
are.
राष्ट्रकूटा में
नहीं राष्ट्रकूटा period के पहले what you see is the place is very extrovert in the sense it is letting a lot of people come in, it is forming a lot of connections, it is the way you call an extrovert person, the subject.
welcoming, warm.
हाँ
ऐसा
exactly
homely.
जिसको सब जगह मतलब is always socializing. In the same sense, an extrovert place is always socializing. Okay, but during the Rashtrakuta period, what you see is the place or monastery start becoming introvert. In the sense कि they start also start becoming rigid. Like they are not accepting people from a lot of places. They are not accepting various belief systems. So you see these kind of political things start happening during the Rashtrakuta period. Also what you see is कि there are various other subordinate religious centers that have started forming around Kanheri, Elephantara, Mandapeshwar, blah blah blah, which leads to the decline of Kanheri.